this. That's gross.
Yeah. No, he was like, oh, it's not so bad.
Oh my god. Huh.
Get him some bad tequila real quick.
That's right. Try this gasoline. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
This is what tequila's
There
really
we go.
like.
Yeah.
There we go. We're on time, boys.
Nice.
We are on time. We got 2:12 for the countdown.
I like it.
And they can hear everything we say. So this is all, I know you know the law and all that stuff. This is all admissible evidence at this point. There you go.
I'm not saying anything the whole time.
Yeah. Our first guest that says nothing.
And now we have James, the mute guy.
How's that audio sound, Pops?
How's it?
Yeah. Sounds good.
How does it sound?
Sounds great.
So I see Industrial Cigars and Guns Facebook.
Yeah, we get a little bit of echo out here.
Well, we're going to be getting a lot of echo from the mic sitting right next to your...
Shut the fuck.
Jesus Christ. They don't make them like they used to, do they?
Zach Patterson. Is Zach still in town?
There's a lot
Zach,
of
are you
love
still
here
in
between you
town?
guys. I can feel it.
Oh, it starts.
It's a family affair.
There we go. Okay. About 50 here.
Josh Sims is coming in all the way from Frisco.
Nice.
I like Josh Sims.
Welcome.
He always tunes in. I don't know if I've ever met him in person.
I don't know, Josh, you should be here. Wesley, good evening, and Zach.
So we'll be looking here. People. What's up, Wesley? I miss you today.
Here. Zach
he is here.
Still in.
Oh, I see.
Frank the Tank is here, of
Fancy
course.
Pants is back. I don't know who Fancy Pants is.
Be sure to share this.
Go ahead and start sharing now. We got 10 seconds.
I don't know why I can't
light
share
this thing
this.
up?
Yeah.
Do whatever you like. We're gonna start with some high fives here in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna high five, and there's a lot of pre-show activity.
No one told me what I'm supposed to do.
Julie's in, Josh is
You ready?
in.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Let's go. High five.
Let's do it.
High five. High five. High five. High five. That's
What's
it.
up, guys?
Yeah, nice start.
What's up, everybody?
This is gonna be weird because we gotta look that way.
We're looking that way,
where am
and
I
we're
supposed
in
to
the
look?
lounge this evening. Look, it's not necessarily the look; it's what you do with your hands that's the most important.
I go like this.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. All right. So
I just don't know what to do
character
with my
check
hands.
1 is complete. He did pass. So let the record state that he did pass that.
Oh, is that a
What's
lawyer
up?
joke? Very
Yeah,
nice.
that was a
I like
lawyer
it.
joke.
Very good.
What's up, everybody? This is Cigar Talk Live. It is Tuesday evening at exactly 8 o'clock. We have never missed a show.
Never ever been late.
And if you're watching this, buckle up because it's going to get good.
Yes.
And make sure to comment, make sure to share, make sure to do all the social things because that helps us justify why we continue to do this. But more importantly, good evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This evening, we have an incredible esteemed guest. And I feel now that we have like an audience that isn't paying attention, we got to step our game up right now.
Exactly.
Now we're distinctly aware of how many people out there watch this but don't actually pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the background. It's good stuff.
But I think everybody at home is paying attention.
You think?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you know when I watch Saturday at the Shop when I'm not here? I've just put it on there and I'm like, yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah.
I can hear it in the
First 5
background.
minutes, a little bit of background.
Yeah, that's it. But with that, should we start the show?
Let's start it.
I like that.
Cheers.
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 Cheers to thee.
Salute.
Cheers to all
Salute.
you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers to y'all.
We're
Hey,
beering it
Ron,
up
will you
tonight.
share this?
That's good.
Yeah, of course he's going to.
Of course he will. So,
Hofbrau.
did you light your cigar
Okay.
yet?
Not yet.
To my right
I've been
here,
waiting.
to stage left here, or whatever, however the stage thing works. Oh yeah, you're a drummer.
I'm stage right.
Oh, okay, stage
a
right.
drummer. How did you know that?
I have James
Yeah.
Creedon to
Yeah.
my right side. Creedon Law PLLC. He is the trademark motherfucker here in
That's it.
Frisco.
That's it.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you can
that's
say
actually
whatever you
says
want.
that on his
That's
card.
my new term.
And that's how I knew I liked you from the
When
beginning.
I teach classes, I go, hey, I'm the trademark, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping he was gonna.
Yeah.
You can put that on your business cards.
I'm going
I would
to.
say, yeah.
I'm going to trademark it, actually.
Well, people out there are already confused. Rodney doesn't know whether to piss or go blind right now because
it's
we are at
Rodney.
a different table. And that is
touching.
because apparently we rented our back office, our back meeting room, where we normally have this show, for somebody to do fantasy football draft. So
It's
it's that time of year.
It's that time of year. That's what it is. We don't have to go too far into it. We adjust. We make the best of the situation. All of you are watching the dream
are
coming
touching
true.
tight.
Knees are very touching.
I think
I'm
that-
banging knees here.
Yeah, I think we're definitely preventing riots.
We are not
from
preventing. If this were a couple years ago, this would be a super spreader event. That's probably going to get caught up in the algorithm there.
Yeah,
They
that's
probably
all
heard
right.
that one. That's probably not good. So while we're on here, Adrian on Cigars and Guns. What's happening, Cigars and Guns? You're coming in, Adrian, straight there.
We're coming in sideways.
I am so excited. I gave Zach one of those Reyes Chicago cigars that have been in the box since 2009, and he is. This is a very Texan thing to say. Ron says this a lot. He's fixing. He's fixing to smoke this, to spark it up. So that's a very Texan thing to do. I didn't hear fixing to do anything when we were in Nebraska.
No, and if you did, you got away. And
Yeah.
You watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say? Where the boys are boys and the sheep
Where
are
men are men and sheep are nervous.
Yeah, that's Iowa. That's all of Iowa there. We're talking to you, Brownells.
Adrian pulled into Iowa and the cattle backed up to the fence.
Will you just put us on the rails here and help us
No,
find this?
I'm absolutely not going to get you on the rails. It's too much fun already. I like it.
Will you give them a snapshot of who you are and why it is we're sitting at the table with you right now?
Who am I? I am a high school dropout who became a punk rock drummer, who rode freight trains across country, who lived in trees, who became a New York City paramedic on 9/11, who moved to Cuba, who went to law school and joined the Army and now owns a law firm focused on trademark law.
Do you have anything interesting? No.
I think that's fucking intro we've ever had.
That's all I got.
solid.
That's all I got.
So you know what? We're usually grabbing for things to do. He basically summed himself up. How would you sum yourself up in one sentence?
Go.
No. Yeah, it's not going to
I
happen.
mean, he's clearly an overachiever.
While you think about that, all right. While you think about that, Zach Patterson is saving you right now. He says, "I've got a cigar question, real quick."
There you go.
And then we
There
can
you
move
go.
on to the stuff everyone tunes in for, if that's
Okay.
acceptable.
All right, fine.
Zach,
Thank
fire
you,
that
Zach.
in,
Appreciate that.
and then we'll get back to putting Adrian
I was
on the hot
actually
spot.
explaining to James that this started out as Cigar 101. We now are bothered to give answers about cigars
Right.
at this point. It is cigars are seem to be take us off the tracks. But Zach, for you, we're going to answer your question.
And so bring that in, but let's back up to the whole hobo thing that's going here.
Let's go over. We're going to go over here. I
Oh,
thought.
yeah, Adrian, go ahead and then do what he just did.
Yeah, do what I did.
Yeah, I grew up a poor, lonely Mexican in El Paso. That's all I got. That's almost like a.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, but what
you
was the
definitely
path?
rode on
What was
trains.
the path that got you to where you're at today in
Yeah.
one simple sentence?
Ah, Jeez, I mean, did you practice that, James? I mean, is that something you had in your back pocket? Like,
I memorized it just for
Right?
this. I was practicing it
He's
all
the only
day
one that's got a
long.
script right now.
Yeah.
no script.
I wrote it on my
no
hands.
elevator speech here. I don't know. Grew up with guns. Always loved guns.
Coming to you, Zach.
Smoke. My first thing that when I turned 18, the first thing I did was buy cigars because I thought that was the adult thing to do. I thought it was exquisite. I thought it was like you see it in movies and you like the way it looks. So smoke cigars. I've been smoking cigars since I was 18. I always shot guns, and I thought, cigars and guns. It is the Great Equalizer, and that's why I'm here.
Wait, so how old were you when you had your first cigar?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Cigarettes. Yeah, Swisher Sweet.
Yeah, baby.
Swisher Sweet.
Who can relate with that?
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Zach Patterson's question does come in. So the cigar is a Dominican Puro, meaning it uses 100% Dominican tobacco. I thought Fuente had a trademark in Dominican wrappers. Is he wrong? What's the story with the Dominican wrappers?
The Dominican basically doesn't grow
They
wrapper.
grow tasty tobacco that's very ugly, and the story behind the Fuente side and the real majesty of the Opus X is they bet the house on creating a wrapper in the Dominican. They failed, and then they succeeded. They really have a stamp on it, and you could probably talk to a guy and see if they actually do have the
No,
trademark
I
on
seriously
that.
doubt
Looks
they would
up
have
Cigar
any
Hero.
sort of trademark on that.
So let me ask you, because we're just sitting here. We've got a trademark question as we've never had before.
No.
He's just joking. He's just using it loosely, trademark loosely.
Well, okay, so that is the question, because across the industry, someone thinks that you can trademark a particular leaf or ingredient. Is that possible coming from a trademark attorney?
No, in general, no, you cannot trademark a certain leaf or an ingredient. So you can trademark the wrapper, the name of the brand. You can try to protect the shape of the cigar, for example. Right? There are aspects you can protect, but just saying it's got a Dominican wrapper, no, you couldn't do that.
You couldn't do that. Although it is worth noting that Fuente owns everything in the cigar industry, including the letter X, and they are known for suing people. We've actually gotten a cease and desist ourselves from Fuente himself.
It's too bad you don't know any lawyers.
Yeah, well, it's too bad we're just Nebraskan enough to just turn the name to the cigar, the cease and desist.
There you go.
That became the name of the
like
cigar.
And we wrapped it in the cease and desist
I
as
like
part of the
that.
packaging.
That is a best approach.
Is
I
that
like
legal?
it. I like it.
Okay,
Why
good.
not?
I give my blessing unofficially.
Nice.
I can cut the un out of that. I can cut the. Pops, how would you put yourself on the vagabond train wagon
Wow.
thing?
I mean,
Stellar start, by the
if
way.
I'm doing a A/B comparison,
You're not going?
he lost me when he really became an overachiever.
Instagram, yeah.
Wait, I didn't know what part was being an overachiever, being a high school
Well, I
dropout.
mean, you started at high school dropout. I was real close.
You were near. Nice.
I was real close. But you went high school dropout to owning a law firm, decided to do the Army and lived in Cuba, and there's all that stuff. My one sentence, if I started in high school, was I barely made it through high school, if not for my mother doing all of my language and algebra. Got out of that, started selling door-to-door vacuum cleaners, went directly into the stereo business, started selling stereos. Ended up, I was in the computer business for a little while. Then I went into repping, was a rep for a long time, got picked up by a record label, started selling Christmas music, and bing, bang, boom, I end up with a marketing company that lands me in Texas running an oil and gas company. So
his shirt would just say, "I'm here because I sold a lot of shit."
I sold a lot of
I
shit.
got it.
Sales brought me here.
Okay.
It would be something like
I
that.
sold my way into this jam.
Kirby or Rainbow?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was a broker. He was
I like it.
You know, once you start doing well with Kirby, then the Rainbow guys are all over your shit.
I'm pretty sure you only sold one Kirby was to Grandma.
To my mom, and then I sold her the Rainbow too, and I sold her a filter queen, $1,500 for a big ass filter. It was crazy,
Yeah.
but what a great sales tactic. They gave you a clear nozzle, and you would just go in and sit with somebody and go, "Can I just run this across your couch once?" And you'd run it across, and all of this just disgusting shit would come out. How much is it?
Good technique.
It's $1,500. 1980, $1,500 for a vacuum cleaner.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
It was a
Sold.
wonderful thing. Sold. Started
Wow.
selling stereos.
You may have sold one to Win Ferguson. He still loved his.
I love my
They don't
Rainbow.
have, they're not legal in California.
They were made with pure asbestos.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was when asbestos was cool. Oh, that is.
Yeah, that was.
What?
So yeah, I mean, for somebody, you said you dropped out of high school.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was up to the last day, and I had to pass like lunch to get out.
Those who are just tuning in, James Creedon gave us the most impressive story of any guest we've ever had of what
couldn't
his
do it
journey
again.
is. It was incredible. You would need to go back and watch this. But you spoke about high school dropout, to being a punk rocker, to living in trees, to taking trains, to making its way to the Army, to now you own a law firm.
You forgot Cuba.
Oh, in Cuba.
Cuba.
What part of that, what phase of life are you most nostalgic?
I would say it's a tie between riding freight trains across country because that was amazing. Riding the High Line and going along.
The High Line. That's what vagabonds say. Take a High Line to Denver. Okay. All right.
The High Line doesn't go through Denver. Okay. It goes through Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Minot, and
it's -6 in August in Minot, North Dakota.
Yeah. Why not Minot? Reason it's freezing. And then I would say the alternative is living in Cuba. As I was saying, as we were talking earlier, we were talking about the Hotel Nacional, which is the big hotel that's right along the Malecón in Havana. And we used to sneak in there. You'd go in, you go into the front doors, you go to the right, there's the elevators, you go upstairs to the top floor. And if you went down the hallway, there was a little guard station where the guy was always watching TV or asleep. And if you slipped past him, you could go up the stairwell into the towers of the Hotel Nacional and be up there outside looking out over the ocean, over the Malecón.
What the hell?
That was very cool.
Dave,
I do miss those days.
We didn't go in the tower.
They would chop your hands
hung
off
out
for
there.
this.
We hung out there almost every night.
You went to
We didn't know
I falls asleep, and you just
that was the place
sneak
that
past
we
him.
went to. If I'd have known there was a sleeping guard, we would have definitely gone
No,
upstairs.
they wouldn't have. These guys almost got arrested for taking a selfie with a cop. These guys weren't doing shit.
Yeah, keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah,
I love it.
But no, that was going to Cuba was a very, very unique experience. It's where I saw people rolling cigars in the factory, and then when the cap wasn't right, like I have this little thing, they would just go and bite it off.
No way.
Yeah, and I saw it, came to a screeching halt, and I told Oliver, I go, you're not gonna believe this, but that guy just got done biting the cap on his cigar, and right then he did it again.
shit.
So he wasn't very good.
No, he wasn't good at putting the caps on.
It was
so
authentic, though. I like
Oh,
that.
it was,
I like
yeah.
that.
But for $7 a week, would you actually care?
No.
No,
It's
they don't
It
care.
gives it more flavor.
Oh, it gives it flavor. If the food in Cuba had any flavor, it would definitely have it. All right, so living in Cuba, riding the High Line to Fargo or wherever you were going, that's a good time. But then
Minot.
Minot.
Why not?
Midwest, I never heard that name before.
Whitefish goes through Whitefish, goes through Minot.
Oh,
goes through
so you're
Devil's
saying
Lake.
High Line is like that
The High
runs all
Line
the
goes up. Yeah,
northern.
the High Line's one that goes up from Minneapolis, St. Paul. It goes up north and it goes kind of further along, almost along the Canadian border, over to Spokane, and then it shoots down to Oakland.
What were you doing that for?
For fun.
For fun?
For
Seriously?
fun, yeah. Yeah.
Do you hate your parents?
Do your parents hate you?
Well, I left home a little bit early, so I was.
Sounds like you dropped out of school. It sounds like there's a story to that.
Yeah.
I think the last thing he heard was "get out and stay out." Was the last thing he
whipped him
got.
with the belt and he never came home.
Yeah.
So anyways, my law firm's doing great. We're very successful, and we're really curious about cigars and guns and how they connect with each other. Tell us more, Adrian.
Yeah.
Nice pivot.
Way to be.
Nice pivot. Yeah.
Goddamn attorneys.
That's a great
They
question.
know how to spin it.
This right here, we're here because of this, right? We call this the Great Equalizer. And in the gun industry, it's the same thing. You're at a range, you're shooting a gun. Whether you're at an indoor range, outdoor range, you hear someone shooting that sounds distinctly different from what you're shooting. You kind of look over and you kind of ask, like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's, a 50 BMG caliber, rifle. You want to shoot it? Yeah, sure. Right? So this is the same thing, right?
Sure.
We're sitting in the lounge, talking about cigars. Hey, Dave, what are you smoking? I got the whiskey.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah, and it's it's something that brings common people together. Whether you're CEO of a company, whether you're a lawyer, blue collar worker, it doesn't matter. We're all the same sitting at this table.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
James is different than us, though.
Stop it. So your first cigar was at 18.
Yep.
What was the first gun that you had? That you owned that was yours, not someone else's, but it was your first gun.
Yeah, still have it. It's a Ruger SR9, 9mm pistol. So let me take that back. Actually,
Does that look like the old school World War II Rugers that had that real skit? The barrel came out the front.
no. I mean, it's basically looks like a steel top with a polymer
Regular
at the bottom.
slide,
Yeah. But so let me take that back. Probably a Benjamin 22 rifle.
Okay.
That when we lived in El Paso, and we would go out to the desert and just shoot rabbits and
Go plinking.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably
go plinking.
Plinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from rural Connecticut. Look it. I say I'm from Connecticut. People go, "Oh, Connecticut, fancy Connecticut."
they don't.
Fancy.
My first job, no joke. I was, I think, 11 or 12 years old. Tobacco farms, Connecticut shade tobacco.
Look at this guy.
Because all the kids would grow up.
That didn't even make the story.
It was
No, it didn't.
Blanco Farms.
Hochi Blanco?
And they would grow the Connecticut shade tobacco. And so Blanco Farms, don't get mad at me here. Here's what happened. You're a young kid. It's
Slaving.
Your parents send you out there like, go work the fields, kid. Don't worry, you're going to get paid like $3 an hour or whatever it is. But they bring around a trailer while you're working and they go, hey, you want soda? You want chips? Help
$3.
yourself. Well, take it out of your pay. I don't think I ever got paid a cent.
Danny Noonan there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that didn't even make the initial story. Was working in tobacco fields
Little
at
by
11.
little. James
Yeah.
just
All right,
keeps,
I was born.
It's not like we're sitting in
I
a cigar lounge.
crawled, then I walked.
Yep.
You know.
And then you smoke cigars
Yeah, I
in the
smoked
field at
cigars.
11.
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
When was your first cigar?
My first cigar was in Cuba. Was when I was there in Cuba
Of course.
in 2000.
Fidel gave it to him.
2002. Yeah, but I didn't know anything about cigars. It was Romeo. Was it Romeo and Juliet? Romeo y Julieta. But I was not a cigar smoker. I was smoking cigarettes then. So they had like the Hollywood, the American style cigarettes, Hollywood menthols in the green box. Not as cool as you cigar smokers. Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My first real cigar was only maybe a year ago when I came in here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy was
Atabase.
like, yeah, he said, oh, Atabase. I was like, all right, that's what I smoke, Atabase.
I was bragging you up too because so many of these guys that are actually sitting in here right now wish their wives would smoke cigars.
Oh my gosh, she's nuts.
But your wife
She's a
smokes
beast.
cigars.
Yeah, she smokes
Right.
she's way tougher than I am, for sure.
Yeah, I mean she definitely when she walks in it's kind of like Nicole. Like
Yeah.
you don't lip off.
Yeah,
you pay
no.
attention.
Yeah.
I think that's good in any family.
She's like Atabase and Patoro all day long.
Yeah. It's
So she's
good.
got
Keeps you
she
working.
has good taste.
She has good taste,
yeah.
except in a husband, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's one step at a time.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
You'll grow on
Frank,
her.
Frank Tomaszewski, his first gun he owned was not.
A
That was not
$99 SKS.
a $99
That's
SKS
Do you still have that? I'll buy it off you right now.
for 99.
For
$99.
I don't care what the price is.
Really?
Can't find those, yeah.
In that case, I represent him for a 10% cut.
Great. He's just $10 you ever made. This is great.
$9.90.
Yeah. Oh. Well, this is already starting off better. He just sold it.
Oh, you mother.
Come on, Frank.
He just sold it on Facebook Marketplace
Yeah,
for
probably.
$89.
Oh, you think
That's right.
Facebook's going to let you even write gun in anything?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Let's talk communism, shall we?
Yeah.
So Cuba.
So
SKS is
Cuba.
Russian. Speaking of communism, yeah.
Yeah,
a Russian
yeah, it is
SKS,
Russian.
yeah.
Yeah, that's yep. So James, you're also a drummer. So this is going to get us into some of the topical questions, some of the kind of Judgment Zone light questions that we'll throw out there too.
Judgment Zone
$600.
Light.
Yeah, so there are serious judgments. You have no idea what you're in for, do you?
I don't, but I can leave at any time. Right?
Not really.
You're blocked in.
No, you're in.
Yeah.
Am I chained to the stool here?
Hold it. So you don't know the big three.
Okay.
The big three. We'll just leave it at that. Let's go with the lighter topical stuff before we hop into the big
Yeah,
three. 'Cause
sure.
I want him to start getting nervous now, so he takes it serious.
I think Adrian wants to share some information.
Well, we already know too much about him, and
okay,
we already
right.
know what he believes. But we don't know what you believe, and we're going to figure it out. I don't think anyone knows.
Okay.
But Mark Meyer, IRS just documented. Well played.
You should have said $5.99. They never been good.
$5.99,
Yeah.
601.
Speaking of the IRS,
Let's not do that.
speaking of the IRS,
You know they're all watching Facebook.
they got
'cause what else
80,
are they
yeah,
gonna
of
do?
course they do. They're going to hire 82,000
70.
people.
87.
87,000, yeah.
So where are they going to find them at? Because A, nobody wants to work. B, if you're an accountant, you want to be on the other side of the IRS making big money, right? If you want to be a CPA that's going up against the IRS where you're getting a couple $100 an hour billing versus the 36 grand a year they're going to be paying these saps.
Yeah, I think they're going to go up to the High Line
Go to
and
the tax
see.
lawyers.
Yeah,
Go to the tax lawyers.
or the tax
Yeah.
lawyers.
Tax
lawyers.
They're going to clean.
They are going to mop up.
Let's talk music.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk music. Okay.
You're a drummer.
I try to play drums.
No, you're a drummer. You got seen your setup now.
You
You've shown
kit?
it to me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't
your
ask
kit.
me all these technical
It's a
questions
kit.
though.
We're not talking anything because none of us know anything either.
Okay.
But what type of music do you like to play? Who would you say your top 3 kind of never get old musicians are? I'm curious for those people who are watching as well. Who are the 3 bands you could listen to forever?
Okay. I would say they're all completely different. So I think the 3 I could listen to would be Deas Vale, who's kind of like a Christian alternative band, like a 3-album band, and they went away forever.
Okay, that's for the family.
Yeah. I would say Chris Stapleton, all day long, all day, every day. And then I gotta say Bob Dylan. I'm a Bob Dylan guy.
Really?
As my grandpa always told me, I asked him one time, we were on the way to the Golden Gloves boxing, and there was a Tambourine Man was on. And I was like, oh, Grandpa likes Johnny Cash, he likes classic musicians. I said, Duke, what's your favorite Bob Dylan song? And he said, well, he's a man of few words. I always said, if you can't sing, you should just shut the fuck up. You're just sitting there talking into the microphone. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's, you know what? No comment. That's Dylan all day long. Absolutely.
Okay.
Duke.
Where are you at? Frank Tomaszewski's going Beastie Boys, Garth Brooks, and Sublime. That's a good. That's a good
really
mix.
good.
I like the mix. I like the mixing it up. Mm-hmm. But I would say my favorite drummer is Wes Saunders from Deas Vale. Just like all sorts of crazy time signatures, like mixing it up, using the full kit, using the toms, using the bell, just trying, I don't want to get all crazy about it, but just really using the entire kit and using it creatively. So that's what I like, is to try to do something different.
That's good. Yep.
What's interesting was there's a gentleman that's
Neil Diamond,
lead writer for Cigar Snob magazine. He lives here now. His name's Steve Miller.
Yeah.
But back in the day, the Steve Miller band could throw down some drums. But this is a different Steve Miller. But
and he doesn't like when you make that joke.
When he went through,
it didn't start good.
No.
When he went through told us his story from dropped out of school to he was a hardcore punk rock
Ska.
super
Right?
star.
Was he in ska?
Guy.
Yeah.
What year? What years?
It would have
for
been
ska?
late 80s,
Yeah, because
early
he did like a
90s.
20th reunion
Was he
thing.
like an Operation Ivy, Propaganda?
You know what? I
no
think
FX, maybe.
I think he's like
Yeah.
right when it was skating along that ska to punk, kind of living in that world.
It's sort of like the lighter, mighty boss tones. Kind of like the lighter.
Yeah.
Pop Ivy.
We saw.
There is a video of him on YouTube.
We saw a video of him. They talked him into coming in for this 20-year reunion of the band, and we saw it. You didn't understand anything. It sounded like
It's loud.
his ass was on fire.
Uh-huh.
And he was just screaming.
So that might be more like it was still ska. Or is
It
more,
might have been just flat out punk.
It
All
was
right.
just, yeah, I think it was-
we
So
say
that's
that.
like there might be like the kind of gutter punk, like Blatz, Filth, Crass. Anyways, there's
Coming
like,
from a guy who's got a Christian alternative as his top 3, you know your shit.
well, it's just different bands. They're
Yeah.
different style. I was like I got pictures of me as a punk kid that are.
I
very
can't wait to
different.
see him. I can't wait to see him. We will put that as the link.
Did he drop out of high school, or did they throw him out of high school?
Yeah. Did you
come
fall
on.
asleep or did you pass out?
That was a good guy in high
Mark
school.
Meyer. We've got some coming. We got a little
I
Steve
like all
Miller
these.
coming in. Whitney
Got some-
Houston.
Whitney Houston, the best
So I'm-
national anthem ever.
Agreed.
The best
Agreed.
ever.
Agreed.
There's no comparison.
Yep. Shakira. Is that Shakira? Is that what he's going with there?
Yes.
Oh, Shikari. All right. I would go with Shakira. That one wouldn't be a bad
Little
one.
Colombian.
Oh yeah. Come on. That's
There is a Star Spangled Banner done by Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah, he played
that
at
is-
Woodstock.
Oh, that's a
He played at
Woodstock, right?
Woodstock, Yeah. That's
So
incredible.
who's your 3?
Probably Gypsy Kings is probably one of them.
No Gypsy Kings.
You know who the Gypsy Kings are?
Why you gotta say Gypsy Kings?
It's just because he's from
You say,
Texas.
that's inappropriate. He's like Gypsy King. Let me guess. Gypsy Kings, Mana, and like and Santana.
He's in the judgment zone already. He's just judging the shit out of people right now.
Man, and he knows Mana. This dude's
that's pretty good, yeah.
Mana gets a lot of problems, but
I'll tell you what, they make good music.
Yeah, they make some good music.
They make
I'll
good music.
confess.
How about NWA?
Okay,
Chicago.
Never heard of them.
Okay. NWA Chicago.
NWA Chicago and Huge Groove. They're jazz.
Huge.
Really, you're a jazz guy.
I'm a big jazz guy.
I like
Really?
Yeah, got some
right.
country, but you said they're only three.
Jazz,
So
Selena,
so
we
confusing.
miss Selena for sure. Lost Lonely Boys.
I do live in Salina, which before I moved there, I thought it was Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's
The whole
close enough.
town's just a memory.
I think I'm. Now this is listen. You can listen to it all day long. I think I'm Fleetwood Mac.
That's
we
good
play a
one.
lot of Fleetwood
That's a
Mac
good
in my
one.
band now.
Yeah, Rumors.
Rumors
is the greatest
album?
album
We
ever.
play a lot of
incredible.
Fleetwood
So
Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Not a fan.
I would say.
Definitely picked that up.
I would say Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
And
What's that? that funky group.
Whitney Houston.
not Whitney Houston.
Orisha.
No, George
Parliament?
Clinton.
George Clinton.
Parliament.
Parliament.
Yeah.
You would go Earth, Wind, and Fire and Parliament on your top three there?
Yeah, because one's a little bit more extreme funk than the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, and Earth, Wind, and Fire
has a
got
lot of
some full
horns
setup.
and that stuff. Fleetwood Mac is just classic. Now, of course, I can listen to the Beatles all the time.
Yeah, that's in mine. I'm going two easy ones. I go with the Beatles. I put the Black Keys in there, and boy, I don't know what though. That's a tough question.
What about Jack Johnson?
I like. You know what? I like Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
he
always
taught
your
me how
guy.
to play. Yeah, he taught me how to play the guitar. Was
Yeah.
Jack Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, we're starting a band.
Oh yeah, baby.
I
Two
like
piece,
it.
just like the Black Keys.
I do.
Yeah, I like that.
There used to be a band, the Bimbo Shrineheads. There was a female singer with a guitar and a drummer, and all he had was like a snare and one cymbal.
That's it.
Yeah.
Really.
Bimbo Shrineheads.
As far as two piece, I mean, the Black Keys have to be up there of the greatest ever as far as two piece go. But there's a band called the Band of Skulls. They're out of the UK. Are you familiar with these guys? I would imagine you would be. Look up the Band of
You
Skulls.
told me about them before.
It sounds like a hardcore, like death metal band, the Band of Skulls.
Yeah.
It is killer. Just look it up on Spotify right now if you're watching this because you won't regret it. I promise
Thanks,
you.
Julie.
So, Adrian, if you like NWA, have you ever heard Orishas from Cuba, the Cuban hip hop band? Orishas. That's a good band.
Okay.
Yeah.
ICP. Come on, Josh
Yeah.
Sims.
I saw a dude walk in the airport yesterday that
that's
it
valid.
was Eazy-E. I was gonna just stop. I was gonna have Begley take a picture with him because this dude was he
Was he walking
Eazy-E.
with Tupac?
He was
He was walking with some
Yeah.
interesting folks,
Yeah.
but
Elvis was there,
this-
Lennon was there.
The clothes, the hat, the everything he had going on
In Omaha?
in the Omaha airport. This dude
Omaha
was
was
this
getting a
was
little
easy.
rough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Some cigars and guns.
Easy C or something, everything. Yeah,
Really?
I would've taken a
Sunglasses
picture.
on.
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
He had a
Give
whole
me bro.
Adidas outfit on.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
would've thrown
I know
it.
the guy that I'm taking a picture of. I know he's dead, but here's what I want you to do.
Yeah. That's
Just say my six foe when I say go.
what would you say is the most embarrassing band you guys all listen to?
Most embarrassing band.
Yeah, something that you're not gonna play when your friends are there.
Oh, I got one.
I've got one for sure. What's like the most embarrassing stuff that when your friends are there, you maybe a couple friends could hang with you, but
We all
You're
listen
just not
to
gonna
this.
put it out.
We all listen to it, but you won't play it if I go to your house. Wham.
Oh, you like Wham?
I mean, I did.
I think he still does. He's
I
just
think he
not
still
admitting
does.
it.
Yeah, he's not about to
He's
do
like-
that.
he's in the wham
I
closet.
have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
Thank
I
you.
don't have a. I'm trying to
You know,
think
I
of
know
one.
mine is
you're
just
gay.
flat out,
Don't
flat
judge.
out mariachi. I will listen to mariachi in my car
That's nothing to be ashamed
by
about.
myself, and I'll sing mariachi because I want to learn it. You know, there's like a culture to it.
You and I can listen to that.
See, I could listen to it with you. James comes over. Mariachi's not hitting the speakers.
No.
I had mariachis at my wedding reception.
Well, it's coming back out. Not embarrassed anymore. Thanks, James.
And his 12-year-old son had a shot of tequila. So.
In the same restaurant. Yeah. Yeah. Rosa Mexicano in Manhattan. Yeah.
sounds incredible.
Thanks for calling me out for giving alcohol to my son.
You're welcome.
We had to make sure that was
Yeah.
actually documented here on camera.
I deny that. I deny you said that. I can't think of someone who's embarrassing that I listen to.
Have you heard of Matisyahu?
Matisyahu, no, come on.
I love
Really?
it. I love it. I like the idea. Wait,
It's a metal band that mariachis
Please tell me
play
it's an
metal.
all-Japanese girl band that's doing metal mariachi, and then I'm totally sold. I think it sounds
I'm
great.
sure that exists somewhere.
I'm sure it
But these
does.
guys are just hardcore metal mariachis.
Have you seen Post Malone do his stuff in mariachi?
I've seen
No,
Post Malone
it
do
was
this country
awesome.
stuff.
Oh, Post Malone does it with mariachi.
I have not
it's
seen that.
Killer.
Okay.
It's killer. Taylor Swift says Wesley.
Look it. Taylor Swift. If you don't like Taylor Swift, you're not American.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to show my age here, and it's just because I have a punk rock star
Kiss.
here.
He's saying Kiss.
But
He listens to
no, Devo.
Oh, Devo. Interesting.
Is that
See?
Whip It?
Yeah,
Whip it
Into
yeah.
shape.
Yep.
Into shape.
But that's the song that actually made it to the radio. Some of their stuff is just it's out there.
Miley
I feel like I have
Cyrus.
to check my playlist and see.
Those guys were wearing
Journey.
Tupperware
I'm just so
hats.
happy no one said Journey here, or else that would be just
Oh,
truly
it's coming.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach.
Oh,
What's up,
Zach,
Zach?
hey.
Oh, that's
Miley
embarrassing.
Cyrus.
Miley
Gosh,
Cyrus.
Stop
Yeah.
drinking, man. Just stop drinking.
Yeah, and just doing the hard
Journey.
stuff.
That's Miley Cyrus isn't so bad.
No. You have to. That it's truly American how you can just ride the motorcycle all the way down to the ground. You just hold on to the throttle for too long and you hit the dirt. You've got a broken collarbone, but then you just get back on the bike. She just hit the rocks down there and kind of Charlie Sheen kind of bounced off the bottom there, and then
You got to see
You gotta
her.
appreciate it.
You got to see her in the Bill Murray Christmas special, a Murray Christmas.
it was on Netflix, right?
Yeah, you got. If you haven't
need to
seen
watch it.
this Christmas, watch Murray Christmas.
Okay.
Or very Murray Christmas.
Okay.
Not ruin the surprise for you, but Miley's there.
All right, we'll check it out. I think this has been a killer.
What's with the word
Miley is fairly solid.
Who said that?
Josh Dowling. Yeah.
We got Josh coming in.
Yeah.
Mary's
Katy
Miley
Perry.
is fairly solid
Fairly solid.
as compared to completely
Cameron,
solid.
who's the most embarrassing band you listen to?
Yeah, that you would not let anybody else know that you listen to.
But you still listen to him.
Yes, you can, and you can come
Yeah.
back. We've got Cameron here. Cameron is going to report back.
Craig and Nicole are over there. Craig,
I bet Nicole listens to Britney Spears.
Craig listens to who are the guys that copied didn't actually sing the song?
Milli
Vanilli. Someone said that.
That's
Milli
who
Vanilli.
Craig is. Craig's a Milli Vanilli
Dallas
fan.
Cowboys.
Do the Dallas Cowboys count as the most embarrassing musician?
Yeah.
Yeah. The least successful.
Milli Vanilli. He's shaking his. Come on. Oh, I think I like doing the show out here.
Man, I'm
I do
stuck
too.
now. I gotta think of what my band's gonna be. I don't know. It'll
Let's-
come to me. 30 minutes in, I'm gonna just shout out the name of a band. You're like, what are
It's happened
you, we're not
before.
talking about that anymore.
JP's in tonight, so you know he's throwing out stuff like
Balls.
Mud-Soaked Rats or some obscure band that is
Yeah.
only in certain parts of
Said
Michigan.
Katy Perry.
Yeah,
Oh,
Katy Perry.
I could see him. I could see him.
I could
listening
see
to
him liking Katy Perry.
It is new Nissan 350Z.
Or I see him
that's
liking Katy Perry's
banana yellow.
boyfriend.
See, I've got an 8-year-old daughter, so I listen to that stuff all the time.
Yeah, that-
Katy Perry, Miley. It's like I hear all that stuff all the time. Taylor Swift.
Josh.
So-
Josh is up here. I think Josh.
Emo, anything. Oh yeah, what is that?
You know, there's a band that doesn't age well if you're in your teenage years when it was out that you thought was cool. Is System of a Down.
Oh, interesting.
That one, you come back to that and go, man, I don't know why
I
a
just
little white
realized
kid
at
in Miller
certain
grew up
points
with
I
Rage.
must have just never had the radio on.
Don't you want to rage against
I
the
just-
machine?
Yes.
Come on, you got to rage.
Rage, baby.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there are some people, if you watch Saturday Night Live, you can't watch it for the comedy anymore because it's stupid as shit.
Yep.
But
Oh, Michael Bublé.
some of the music,
Good stuff.
some of the music that's on there is so bizarre.
You got one.
My guilty pleasure when I'm cleaning, gotta throw on some Lizzo.
Lizzo. You know what's funny is that's how I know people were staying too late. is if I come in the morning
Yeah, Lizzo.
and Lizzo's on the station, I was like, all right, he had to get people out of here. And it works, doesn't it?
Nice.
I used to
That's
listen- I used
Cameron,
to
ladies and
listen to,
gentlemen.
I used to listen to Black Star, Mos Def, and Talib Kweli.
Mos Def.
Endless loop when I lived in Brooklyn. Because Mos Def owned the bookstore down the road. I used to listen to that constantly.
That's awesome.
That
Yeah.
one album.
We missed that part of your
Black Star.
elevator speech too. Brooklyn.
Living in Brooklyn.
Was that before or after the train?
That was after. That was when I was a paramedic.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
So
just said
you said you were a paramedic at 9/11.
That's a whole story in itself. That's a whole show.
Is that something that you'd like to? I'm very interested as we're a couple of weeks away from the 9/11, the 21st
Yeah, it's
anniversary
coming
of
up.
it.
We were just in New York City in July. I went for the first time to the memorial and to the museum, which I'd never been to before. And I went with my 12-year-old son.
That's going to be tough.
That was a pretty intense.
Yeah.
Going with my son was a pretty intense experience.
yeah.
Is it the explanation of what it truly means? Because I find myself every year getting more and more emotional as to what that really was.
Yeah.
But is that because of the emotion of what that event was, or is it because there may be some PTSD that's in
I think
there
it's like
based
a whole
on?
ball of everything, right? It's like a whole ball of the emotions of the experience, and then being there again, and the emotion of seeing all the names and seeing all the pictures. And I'll tell you, so I was a New York City paramedic. The morning of, I was in Brooklyn at home, and I ended up driving down to ground zero before the towers fell, before either tower fell.
shit.
And I showed up, and my supervisor was there, and he's like, hey, go into the middle where the other guys are doing triage. And he's like, actually, hold on, stay here with me on the southwest corner. And when the buildings came down, the guys in the center all got killed.
Holy shit.
And then we all got knocked on our feet, but we all lived. And, this got really serious all of a sudden.
Holy shit, man!
But
No,
when,
that's-
when the towers first came down, you heard all the alarms of the firefighters who were not, when they don't move for a period of time, you hear this chirping, and you heard all the chirps. And so we're walking through the 9/11 museum, and it's like, there's a normal part, and it's kind of okay. And then you go into this area where they're like, hey, this might be a little bit triggering. And you're like, okay, this is getting pretty serious. And then there's one point where you walk in, and there's a speaker playing the chirping sound, like a recording of what it sounded like.
Yeah.
That was just like cold
Wow.
sweat. That was a
Brought you
rough
back.
moment. Yeah, that was the roughest moment.
Yeah.
But, it was good to go with my son and kind of talk to him about it. And my wife is brilliant. She took our 8-year-old daughter and said, we're going to go walk around. You
Central
go with
Park or
Emmett,
something,
and and we spent a long time in there kind of talking about it.
I was commuting up there and went up to New York. It was the day they pulled the last beam out of the hole. But there's a cemetery across the street that's next to this church.
Yep.
Really old.
Yep.
But I remember there were still like pictures of kids and
Oh, yeah.
all these people, and have you seen this, and kids' clothing and all this stuff that was all over this taped to the fence.
Yeah.
And it was just still very raw at that point. And then I remember there was like literally a ceremony where they hauled that last beam on a truck, and they hauled it out, and it was draped in an American flag. At that point, all the buildings had like just the world's largest cloths over them that was protecting anything from falling out. But it was a crazy thing to see still at that point, but I can't imagine being there at that time. I mean, I don't think anybody can.
Yeah,
Now,
it was-
when they came down, it looked so quiet. I can't imagine it was.
No, it was like, I remember we were on the southwest corner, right across from One Financial, and right by the South Bridge. So the West Side Highway, there's this bridge that was along a walkway along the north side of the complex and the south side. We were right by the south side. And you're doing your thing, you're kind of moving people out, and then all of a sudden it was like, when there's a thunderstorm and there's like this rolling thunder, and it starts like, we just looked up and it's like that hand just coming out over you, and the stuff just coming down, like the rocks, and yeah, it was crazy. It was craziness.
Wow. Yeah, just a huge reminder. We're all Americans.
Yeah.
We're all people.
Yeah.
But But yeah, God bless this country for sure. God bless.
Man, all right.
Never-
I need to like.
No, but it's
But in my
important. Let's shift the
in my
topic.
61 years, I've never seen the country come together like it did that
that's true.
quickly.
yeah,
That's true.
It just became
there's a silver
one
linings.
country.
Just like today.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean,
Except for the wall down the middle.
We had an idea what we were stepping in with that, but I think that's very important. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
of everything, I mean, you are definitely the most interesting person that sat in the seat next to us.
Well,
You-
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to step on
Some
any
folks have
toes.
said, a certain Rodney said that you say it to every guest.
Rodney, work on your story
He's just
here.
jealous.
Very.
He's just jealous. I get it.
Yeah,
It's
that's why
fine.
he's saying that.
Don't worry, Rodney.
Yeah.
He's not watching anymore.
Yeah, so thank you for doing what you've done. That's impressive and very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just go ahead and just stick a foot in the ground and make a pivot back. And we're going to go back to a little bit of music for one question. Then we're going to start judging the
Okay.
shit out of James.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
good.
he's established he's a better human than we are.
I have
Wait, we're
enough.
gonna
So we
start
got to
judging me
break
now.
him down a little bit.
Break him
I
down.
already can't keep a cigar lit, so clearly
Yeah.
that's my problem.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is
just
one of them.
Knock
Okay,
the
good.
ash off. This is a
Are those,
cigar
are those
101.
beers over there?
This is a newbie
Yeah.
session.
Let's. How
It's
you
a
doing?
newbie session. I'm messing
Will you
her
kill
all
that
up.
thing?
Yeah, I could use that one.
There we go. Okay, so someone asked the best concert, the best band you've ever seen live. We may have gone through this before, but
Yeah.
I think it's a valid question to circle back on. Bobson, you can't say Mannheim Steamroller.
No, I could, but that's. I wouldn't want to tell anybody that's not seen Mannheim Steamroller that it's all tape recorded and they.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's a backing track.
Yeah.
It's a backing track.
The whole thing was a backing track. Best concert that we've ever seen? Damn, that's tough.
Cheers, JP.
I think. I mean, I've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire, which was awesome.
Great show.
Bruno Mars puts on a hell of a show.
But how that didn't make it to our top three. He's saving pop music.
Yeah.
Him and Anderson
he really
Paak.
is.
I like that.
But a long time ago in the University of Nebraska's basketball arena, I saw in the round Lionel Richie playing guitar and Whitney Houston singing.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Yeah.
That's
At the Bob
incredible.
Devaney Center?
At the Bob Devaney Center, and he was
That's
just
hard to
he
top.
was just playing, and this was when she was hot, and she just sat in the center and just belted out songs, and then her and Lionel Richie would sing together, and I mean it was
amazing.
incredible.
You know what's kind of funny is Jordan, my best friend, best man at my wedding, probably, I don't know, 25, 30 years after that, we would go into the Devaney Center every day in the summer to train, and no one was there. He was on the track team in
High
Lincoln.
jumper.
He was a high jumper. And we would go and we'd plug in my phone, and we'd have the whole speakers bumping, and we would just run stadium. We would run stairs
gosh.
inside there for a long time. And I always learned in that moment, you never stop at the bottom. You always stop at the top. Because when
like
you're
that.
dogging and you got to do another round,
Yeah.
that's so. I have so many just memories in there.
yeah,
Basically, kind of sneaking in there with the lights off.
You would have ran past me a few years later.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
So yours, that's a good show. Where are you guys sitting?
So I will say, it's probably because I was 12 years old, but Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet was a pretty amazing show
All right.
as
Yeah.
a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And then my wife and I went and saw The Killers at Madison Square Garden. But wait, the opening band was a Japanese Beatles
No
tribute
kidding.
band.
Tribute?
Nice.
Tribute band.
Really?
And
I'll be
they
damned.
were the
Oh, yeah.
cleanest music I'd ever heard. It was so incredible. Like the technical skill was incredible. It was great.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So I don't
gotta
even
be
know
a kid.
I didn't know what their name was.
Oh,
Yeah. And then the Killers came on, and that was incredible.
Oh, the
So,
best of the. That's a
good
great
show.
band. That is a great band. Who's yours?
Yeah. I think it was like 91, 92. And you've asked this question before, but
Uh-huh.
Van Halen with Sammy Hagar.
Nice.
Solid.
Austin.
Nice.
Well, who else we have? We've got Martina McBride and Garth Brooks.
Yeah, that's got to be good.
That's probably
Linkin
good.
Park.
Linkin Park.
Now, Josh Jelling, he says playing with
I
Kansas
used the wedding ring
in
to
high
open the
school.
beer. Nice.
Who played?
Josh Dowling, you said playing with Kansas.
Played with Kansas.
Did you play with Kansas?
That is incredible. Josh comes in with Tool, and they put on one hell of a show. Oh my God, it's incredible. And here's the biggest difference that I saw with that. Maynard is obviously, he is the lead singer, he is the leader of the band, right? But he didn't stand in front of everyone. Everyone was horizontal.
Oh, nice.
In the light
That's cool.
show,
Yeah.
we saw him at Mile High Music Festival in 2008, and it was incredible. I think he has a couple, somebody could correct me, but I think he has a couple hip replacements from stomping. Just from, I mean, you want to talk
that.
full out, it was, that's funny, because I think that's probably the best, most impactful big concert I've ever seen. It was
We got some
crazy
good ones
cool.
coming in, but I think Eric, Stevie Ray Vaughan, at Red Rock.
Yeah,
Nice.
Red Rocks is killer.
That's got to be like at the top of the list for sure.
I'll tell you, do you guys know Matisyahu?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Matisyahu was also earlier in that day. Matisyahu puts out
What a
one
unique character.
What
Yeah.
one hell of a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a unique
Good stuff.
character, right?
I like it.
And he's like 6'7".
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
tall guy.
Jerusalem.
I know it. He was just. But see, he didn't have the big beard like he did
Yeah,
when he first
okay.
started coming out. He was all kind of
Did he
shaved
have
down.
did he have the bleached dreads?
I
You know,
don't
the
think so.
yellow
No,
bleached
it was.
dreads?
He still had his Hasidic,
Yeah.
Jewish curls
Yeah.
here, but then it was short hair on the top
Okay.
and no beard.
Got
But
it.
I remember you showing me Matisyahu by 2005ish.
Yeah.
Man.
That King Without a Crown. That's
That's a classic.
Yeah.
We have some great musicians coming up. This is good.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, everybody
gotta
here
add
has
my
got
playlist
some
tonight.
killer
Yeah.
stuff.
I gotta say, so JP, he comes out with Rammstein. Just today, a couple hours ago, Wagner's in the back. He was asking if anyone was interested in Rammstein tickets that he bought in Zurich that he wants to get rid of.
So Rammstein is playing in Zurich.
Yeah, he's got tickets. I guess he can't go or either doesn't want to go.
Is there a free
But-
flight?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe. If you talk with Wagner, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice Scotch bottle may work. But yeah, JP hit up Wagner. He's got some tickets ready.
Bad Company and the Beach
Bad
Boys.
Company.
Oh, man. Bad Company. Wait, name a song from Bad Company. What do we have?
I'll wait for you
It's
guys.
escaping me.
I'll
It's
wait for you
escaping me.
guys.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Cameron, what's a song by Bad Company? Bad Company.
Yeah.
Exactly our point. Exactly our point.
I can't remember.
What's your Josh? What's your favorite Bad Company?
It's like Winger, you know, like, oh man, Winger, you know. They
Striper.
were great. Striper.
I think
Bad
it's
Company is good.
There's a song with the
there's a
word
song
in there.
Bad Company.
I think so. It's got the word bad in there.
Bad
for sure.
Company,
Probably that's it.
right? No, I don't know
I
if
can't
that's
think of a
just.
single song by them. It'd be cheating for me to look it up.
Okay, all right now.
Okay, so Bad Company is
All right
saying.
now. Yeah. Bad Company.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's Bad Company.
That's Bad Company.
All right, and the song Bad Company that we're
All right,
thinking of.
I'll
That
take
kind of
it.
has that Bon Jovi-esque feel to
Shooting
it.
Star, Mazzy
Yeah.
Star. I get it. I see what you're into.
Okay, all right, so there is. They did actually make songs.
Okay.
We did confirm that. It's time to judge this, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time
Here it goes.
to restroom break. Got it. No. Okay.
No breaks.
All right. Judgment Zone includes 3 questions.
3 questions.
Usually, sometimes it goes more.
Okay.
These are questions that we'll ask you. Your response will be from a 1 to a 10. A 5 doesn't exist. A 1 is an absolute no. A 10 is an absolute yes.
Yes, and a 5
you
doesn't
know.
exist.
And
Okay.
5 doesn't exist.
Okay.
3 of them.
Shout out to Dead Prez for the comment there. Go ahead. I'm
Nice. Nice.
ready. I'm ready. I like Dead Prez.
Shout out to Sean Ratz who sent stars earlier. I don't know what that is, but
We
I'll
still
figure it
don't
out
know
one
what that
day.
is.
Yeah, that's like
we
$200
have-
that goes to Mark Zuckerberg. So thank you.
Yes, thank you for getting him another spaceship or
I,
whatever these
for
guys
one,
do.
welcome our robot overlords.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, they're coming.
Okay, Judgment Zone.
Pops, you want to take the first one?
Yeah, so you can't answer this question. You can't
We
give it away
judge
with your. You got to keep your poker face intact. We're going
Lady
to
Gaga,
before
poker
you
face.
answer the question based on on all of the data that we've gathered and the profiling that we've done of you.
Okay.
We're going to guess what your rating is going to be, and then you're going to rate it.
I don't know,
JD Mars.
JD, I don't know.
And 1 is a totally no, and 10's a totally yes.
10's a totally
I've got to be
yes.
honest. I've been thinking about this since Adrian walked in.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
But let's judge him anyways, and we
we're
need your
going to
help
judge him
judging
anyways.
him.
And yeah, we're
Number one.
Number one is Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot. Does he exist? And this is a point in time, because we are on the internet. You have to tell the truth, and
Or else we will run back the footage of you saying you let your 12-year-old drink a shot of tequila.
I think my wife did it actually.
Go,
yeah, that's it.
now
Back
I remember.
over with the bus.
No, okay. Adrian, where do you think he sits? Guys who are watching,
is
where do you
tough.
think he exists? Bigfoot.
I would say 6.
He's
I'm gonna go 6.
barely hopping over the line.
Yeah.
He rode the high line.
Because there is no 5.
He did ride the high line.
does not work.
In my book,
seen
he's
part
either
of the
an 8
country that he's like.
He's either an 8 or a
if
2.
they're here, I could see where they're at. He spent time in
going
North
7.
Dakota.
Might be a
I'm going
picture of me
7.
shaking hands with him. You never know.
Yeah, I saw the picture with Castro. You're going 7.
I'm gonna go 7 because he's seen where he could live. Conceivably.
He has seen that. He's been up to the north, the Great White North. I'm going to go ahead and say 7 as well.
Well, plus 5.
All right.
We got people coming in 3, 1.75.
Yeah. Okay.
Where you at?
If there were a 0, it would be a 0.
That's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is a 0.
Yeah.
God
There is
damn
a
it.
0.
Yeah.
Fucking haters.
Yeah.
You fucking haters.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Corporate haircut. Trying to like push my hair.
Yeah.
Trying to like mohawk, so I tried to, like, do a little
I did. I was scrolling through the channels before I came over tonight, and there was Expedition Bigfoot was on the Travel Channel, and under the description it said, "Closer than ever before." And I thought, son of a bitch, I gotta leave. I wanted to watch that.
Before you got here?
Yeah, right before
The
I got here.
description on that show should just say 4 unfuckable Americans make noises in the woods.
Yeah.
That's what it should
We
say.
have the colonoscopy of Bigfoot. Tune in at 10.
Yeah.
We do have a guy
would
who
you have
has-
to? Would you have to
disrespect.
see it? Would you
No
have to take a
disrespect
shot
to Mark.
at him?
Not
What
to
would you
Mark.
have to do for you to believe that he's there?
I told you earlier on when we were talking, I'm a
That's true,
science
Frank.
guy, so I would need the scientific community to tell me yes.
Would you represent him?
How much will he pay me?
Well, that's the
Pay me in
thing.
hair? Like, what?
Pay you
There's
in
beef jerky guys out there that are making big money off of him right
that
now.
Lynx money.
Jack
yeah.
Links, yeah. Yeah, he's got
You get that monster truck
blurry
money.
I might make a name for myself if I represented Bigfoot. That's true.
That's
That's true.
So, that's a good question.
who's your
So,
biggest client?
Yeti, right? The,
Yeah.
the coolers.
Yeti's the, yeah.
That's his fucking name. That's him.
That's true. He could show up and make a claim.
Boom.
Hey, man.
He can make a claim there.
Yeah, these polar guys have been ripping me off for years.
Monster trucks for sure.
Yeah, Monster
Monster,
Energy.
You got the Bigfoot. They've
Monster.
been making money for
Where is
years.
this client? I need him. Or her.
He's in
Yeah.
Oklahoma,
Here,
apparently.
let's not.
Could you
I don't
imagine?
wanna
McClure can
gender, I
help
don't
us.
wanna gender Sasquatch.
Could you imagine? Who's your biggest client? Bigfoot. He's about 8 foot tall. Dude's huge.
Yeah.
He identifies as a female Sasquatch.
And that's definitely getting picked up. All right, let's move to the next one.
Yeah.
Wow, I hope they get easier.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, that's definitely the softball.
Okay, I get it.
That's definitely the softball.
okay.
Where should we go with? I think we could walk. If that's a softball, I think we could go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where we could
Hey,
go
Nicole,
next.
can you dance to this song for us while we're watching the show?
Oh, she's
There we go.
yeah. Let's go.
2 steps. There's like half a measure.
All right, so on the second one, it's a 2-parter here.
Okay. Do I have to average the numbers?
Nope. You can give 2 numbers here.
Okay.
For those who are watching, actually, that could mean a couple of things.
Could mean a lot of things.
Both, yeah.
Could mean a lot of things.
Where do you stand on the existence of alien life?
Okay.
And where do you stand on UFOs having visited our blue marble?
Oh, these are great questions. But I have to give the. You guys are going to
We're
guess.
going to
first,
judge it.
so
Yeah, we're going to judge it.
We're
let
going
me,
to judge.
Let me sphinx it.
Judge's haircut again, guys.
I'm going.
Sensitive.
You think he's a 0?
Yeah.
You
On
think
both?
he's 0 on both?
0 and 7.
0, 7.
0 on aliens.
No, wait. You mean 7-0?
7. You're going with the 7,
Couldn't be
0.
0-7.
Have to go 7 that they exist, 0 that they have visited.
So the question used to be, do you believe in UFOs?
Oh, I see. He gave the he said first,
Yep.
does
So-
it exist, and then second, has it
It
visited?
has.
Yeah.
We've had visitors. Man, confused.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying to just pay. I'm
I
trying to
rate
see if you're
these
paying attention.
questions a 1.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously. Obviously. Okay. Okay. You're going 7-0.
7-0.
I'm going to go. I'm going 9-4.
Huh.
He's a science guy. He's got a professional haircut.
He's wearing a coat. Jacket,
He's
sport
a
coat.
responsible guy. Yeah. I'm going whatever I said.
I think is there life out there? I think he's a 10. I think are they here? 3. Have they been here?
Where are you at?
I'm a 10 for there's life out there, and a 0 for they've been here. So
All right.
I'm like a classic Fermi paradox guy. Like there's a civilizational cutoff, where there's some issue that's happening there. But I'm gonna give it a 10-0.
That means he's thought about it, because if he's saying the Fermi paradox,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
he's thought about it.
Yeah.
And done research.
So there's this thing I got to throw out there that is a show that's coming up. There is a
Next Saturday.
conservative TV guy, Tucker Carlson, on Fox.
That's how you know it's real.
Okay. But this is a guy that just covers politics. But he has done a show that is on this cattle mutilation. Come on. I swear to God.
Really?
He said that nobody's covering it.
And meth heads.
But he said that you got to watch the show, because they went out and took a more scientific approach to it.
Watch it.
Gotta watch it.
You got
They
to
were
watch
doing
it.
Bigfoot's colonoscopy, and they found evidence
Yes.
of cattle mutilation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what he said that they discovered was that there was
A lot
that
of money in
not
this.
only was there this bizarre cattle mutilation, but there were organs taken out of this cattle.
JP.
There's organs taken out of the cattle that they don't know how surgically they could have got them
It's
out.
incredible.
So I think it's going to be worth watching, just so you could say you watched it.
This is where
But
one
his
man's brand goes to die.
takeaway was, and this is a guy that you just wouldn't suspect
Yeah.
that's going to be believe any of this stuff. He's like, when it was all said and done, the girl that was interviewing him said, "How do you think it happened?" He goes, "I can only say it was extraterrestrial."
It's just like think about it. You never see Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana in the same room.
That's true.
So what's going on there?
Aliens.
I'd like to see.
It's gotta be an alien. It's gotta be an alien.
One of them's an alien? I don't know what it
They
is.
look almost like the same.
But if she was mutilated, would you care?
That is the
Her
forest
organs
question.
were taken out. She's just on the side of the road empty.
She went to Mexico.
Yeah.
Is the beef
That's
still
it, yeah.
delicious?
If Miley Cyrus is mutilated, is the beef still delicious?
Well, there
So
goes
I'm
my
looking for
career.
it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's it.
Jake Powell doesn't want any spoilers because he DVR'd that one. That's okay.
Okay.
So you're 10 on the Fermi paradox. Is it Fermi or is it Fermi paradox?
Fermi.
Fermi paradox.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fermi paradox.
All right. Adrian, why don't you bring us that third one there? I'm curious. You guys don't forget to judge.
Oh, I like
now.
this. I like this. We got Sasquatch. We got aliens.
Where do you think
What's
the third
next one
goes?
gonna be?
Where do you think the third is?
I don't even want to hazard a guess. I don't want to ruin my career this early on.
Oh,
so.
your career's ruined.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to add something else to your resume, from dropout to I used to own a
You
law
got, you got a
firm.
low battery in your
Dude.
camera. I hope that's okay.
That one's just IG there. You got a little low battery on your phone there, but
Yeah, that means it's not going to show up.
oh really? Dirty
Sad.
bastards.
So,
Okay.
last question. I'm going to keep it simple. Ghosts. Do they exist? Or not.
Two-parter.
No.
Oh, you're going single.
You're just going
You're going
single?
physical,
Single.
physical
Physical
representation.
ghost.
Yeah, just ghosts.
Okay.
We're not going to do the spirit
Physical
thing.
ghosts.
We could add a fourth.
Sure.
So
Oh, he keeps it simple.
on physical ghosts, he's scientific. He hasn't seen anything. I'm assuming 0.
What's up, Tim Smith?
I'm going 0.
I'll go 0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 0 or a 1.
Yeah, I'm a 0.
What about spirits?
0.
Ooh. Didn't expect that one, did you?
I did not.
did
I
not.
would have scored that above a
I
5.
thought for sure he was
Yeah.
going to be over 5.
I mean, I'll drink spirits.
Oh.
So you do leave. Gotcha. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
That's real solid. Okay, we have a good understanding of who he is.
Okay.
I think this will be a great time. People are watching, and actually, people are really on it here. Let's judge what his spirit animal is.
Ooh, my spirit animal.
Spirit animal.
Wait, I gotta think what that is first.
I had to. We went through multiple weeks, right? You just couldn't even picture enough animals.
And it cannot be a Sasquatch or an alien or a ghost.
Depends on where you're at.
Show's not over yet.
McClurkin, you watching? Chime in. What's yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, what's up, Jim Trader? What do you guys think James' spirit animal is?
Spirit animal.
James Spirit Animal.
I think I got one.
It's tough.
I think he's.
I got one.
I think he's an owl. Who just sits there, looks around, head on a swivel, always looking at what's going on, and then when he sees something go across, he just pounces
Jumps on
on
the
it.
train.
It's very flattering that JD said I'm a hairless chihuahua.
Yeah,
I
that's.
mean, there really is no bigger compliment than that. So.
That's called a cholo squinkly. That's not a hair. That if a chihuahua is hairless, it means it has the mange. Cholo
Yeah.
squinkly. Okay, peacock or a jumping spider
Or a drunk pig.
or a drunk pig, a bald eagle.
I'm really glad I came tonight.
Yes, this is how we
He's been
say
called a
thank you.
drunk pig.
Yeah, thanks for the compliments.
Yeah. Bald eagle. That's a
Bald
good one.
eagle, okay.
Actually, that's pretty America.
That's mine.
Though I heard if you listen to the recordings of them, they don't sound that cool. It kind of sounds
really?
like.
Yeah.
Right.
Gay birds.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They just
But
look,
that's okay.
They look so
But
majestic.
it's okay.
that's okay.
Anyone can do whatever
Yeah.
they want to
That's
do.
right. Yeah.
Pops.
Squatch. We're all good. Hey, I'm an eagle.
Get it?
Chicken.
Squidward, chupacabra. Oh, this
If I was an eagle, I bet you I
It's
see
really,
goddamn
it's really going
Sasquatch.
downhill quickly.
I could be going right over those trees looking for
There
you go,
Sasquatch.
yeah.
I've probably
Yeah.
seen him 100 times.
I think he's a like a mountain ram.
Mountain ram.
Yeah, like the things that
Yeah.
they kind of live on dangerous territory,
Yeah.
but they're perfectly content by themselves. You want to stop. They actually have them in Colorado where you can stop and put a coin in and look for them.
Yep.
So it's someone that's interesting enough that you want to pay attention to, but it's unassuming when you see it. But if you mess with it, you didn't see what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, for me, I think the mountain ram, because it's also, it's. I think the jacket is perfect, like good style, but not overly done. Just sure of himself, but not going to put in your face. I think
Yeah.
that's where I would go.
Yeah.
That's where I'd go.
Do you have elbow patches on that?
No.
I was just saying, he's a professor at SMU now, so I thought, so I thought he had to have the elbow patches.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Why did they put elbow patches on? It's people just on their
Because it's
elbows so
so-
much that it's just like, I'm wearing this out. I need to put a patch on.
Cigar smokers.
I wanted
That's
to tell
what it
the
was.
class when they called me professor, be like, I dropped out of high school, right? But then that doesn't seem a good professorial approach.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Don't do
can
that.
too.
It's too late.
It's never too late to
Yeah,
quit.
that's where I'm going. I'm going that ram.
Ram.
What's that
Ram
animal?
top.
It's an old book. Ricky Tikki Tavi. Do you remember
I
that?
remember the book.
that animal? It's not a weasel.
Oh Jesus, age.
No.
He's right here.
It's not a weasel, but it's
It's okay. Someone called me a hairless chihuahua
They're
already.
like-
So
Yeah.
I
The
can
drunk
handle
pig.
It was JD. He
A
was
llama
drunk.
with a switchblade.
they're unassuming, like sleek.
A marmot?
No,
A vulture.
but they attack snakes. So like they use them to get rid of snakes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I think it starts with an M.
That's
me
a
out
mama
here.
set there.
Mama
Mama
said.
said?
Mama said.
No, these are cute.
A ferret.
Cute, unassuming.
A ferret.
No, they don't.
Adrian
I think
called
a
it
snake will eat that.
A
Nice.
badger.
Maybe a badger.
Maybe he's a honey
Maybe
badger.
similar to a badger.
I'm a honey badger. Yeah.
Unassuming.
A mongoose.
Mongoose.
Oh,
Yeah,
mongoose.
Oh, yeah.
Mongoose.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
don't mess with
familiar enough with a
anybody.
mongoose, but I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take something like that, a
Yeah.
mongoose. I would
Mongoose.
take a mount. I was thinking like when you said mountain ram, I was like, what's more chill? Like a mountain goat? Like what's a?
It's
I'm more like
Mountain goat will probably mess you up, but then it's just going to get taken out by the mountain lions.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I tend to be the quiet, like I don't want to walk in the room and people know who I am. I want to know who everyone in the room is. You know, I'm kind of the quiet,
like the mountain.
hang out.
That
Those
sounds like a
rams, I
ram.
mean, they got suction
Yeah.
cups on their.
But I will,
They're
but I will
badass.
shoot you in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
you will take femurs
Yeah.
out.
I will-
You will make sure they do not walk again.
Yeah.
If you mess
He's
with
in a
us.
nice
He's a
way.
hip killer. He goes for the hip.
Yeah, but then if you ever see, you know, like that ram, after
Sweep
the
the
ram,
leg.
the ram hits, sweeps a leg, breaks the femur, it's just kind of trotting back to its own thing. Like
You know, and if you've ever seen two of those rams go head to head, they bash each other, it bounces back about 6 feet. They look at each other like, that was stupid. Let's do it again. And then they ram each other
It's
again.
my personality
This
pretty
seems-
well.
this
Yeah.
seems right.
I like that. I
then
like that.
you're kind of in your younger
that.
years you were transient and you moved all about the mountain range, but
Yeah.
now you just kind of like that where you
my
got
ledge.
to set it out.
I like
my
this
ledge.
perch.
Yeah.
I like this
This
perch.
is my ledge. Don't come too close. I
Yeah.
can see what you guys are doing. If
Yep.
you come too close, I might have to knock you off.
That's
Yeah.
that's
I
what
like
I'm,
it.
that's what
Yeah,
I
I'll
said.
take
I like
it.
that.
It's a respectable animal.
I like
like
that
that.
better than the hairless Chihuahua, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just the first offensive thing they could think of. Yeah, that was
Jim, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah.
a mongoose
Wait, so,
and a
so
king
Adrian,
cobra.
you've done
yeah.
all these questions already. You've done all this.
Oh yeah.
All right, what was your spirit animal?
And so we asked that question amongst each other, and we were supposed to give the answer based on what we thought.
Yeah.
I've yet to come up with my own, but I believe what y'all give me?
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Really?
Yes.
Black Panther.
Walk in,
Okay, yeah.
Quiet,
observe,
unassuming,
pays
and then-
attention.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
give you
it's so cute, so pretty.
and then you're dead.
And then,
Okay.
bam.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, my man. Let's go.
Oh, are you gonna do your
Use that
little?
ring.
You gonna do it?
I'm not gonna use my ring for that.
Why?
What's it for?
Keep the cougars away.
You've met my wife. I'm not
You've
gonna
met,
do
yeah,
that.
I'm not gonna do that while you're.
That's the other ram in the family.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, the Sex Panther is a great cologne.
Yeah.
It is.
So
Yeah.
you've got your
It's
that
made of
musk.
It's a
known
real
to work.
panther.
What?
I'm gonna be honest. It smells like pure gasoline.
It's meant to work 50% of the time every
like
time.
it.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, you got to watch Anchorman. I may have gotten the percentage wrong, but something like that.
60%.
60% of the
All the
time,
time.
it works.
All the time.
100% of the
Every
time.
100% of the time. Yeah.
Every time. Oh. All right, let's move to movies then. How you feeling over there?
Good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the alternative? I feel terrible.
Well, that's usually about this
Okay.
part of the show when they
Okay.
start second
I
guessing
feel
their.
like a hairless Chihuahua.
It's well, you look like it. I mean, but I suppose the elbow pads would have done. If he would have had the elbow pads, I think he would have been like a baboon or something.
That's for
Yeah.
a tweed. He need a tweed jacket for the elbow pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Not
he
a wool
knows.
jacket.
Yeah, he knows the
Yeah.
difference.
Oh,
so
see, ooh.
let's move.
Yeah.
We understand you're better than us. We'll move forward, shall we? Let's All right, one movie on repeat forever. One movie. What is it?
Oh, this is great. I'm glad you
So
asked me
easy.
this because I couldn't think of a band that was embarrassing, but the movie's gonna do it.
Yeah,
the
here you
movie's
go.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do you
I
want to try
see
to
it right.
guess?
What your
Notebook.
embarrassing movie
It's an
is?
embarrassing movie.
The Notebook.
It's from the 90s.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, you're close.
Weird
Oh,
science.
you got mail.
You're close.
You got
no,
mail.
you're close.
Oh.
You're doing the Nora Ephron. You're walking the Nora Ephron line.
Okay, good.
You got
Good.
the- you got
Oh,
the two
Dirty
major Nora
Dancing.
No, we're sticking with Nora Ephron. What's? Those are two great Nora films. There's one more, the famous one, Harry Connick Jr.
I can picture it, but I can't think of the name of the movie.
When
Help
Harry
us.
Met Sally.
Harry Met
When Harry Met Sally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I couldn't come up with an embarrassing band. That's a movie I'll watch anytime, all day long. Nora Ephron, great writer,
Yep.
great movie, great actors.
These guys don't know we moved out of the judgment zone, and they're just still judging you on the movies they think you watch. Legally Blonde, The Notebook, You've Got Mail.
You got mail. That's a Nora Ephron.
Don't look
That's
under
good.
the table.
They just keep coming in with the stuff they think you. All right.
What's
we're moving
yours?
to kind
What's
of
yours, Adrian?
your answer.
Yeah, Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee.
Return of the Dragon.
That's your what? That's your on repeat, or that's your embarrassing movie?
Did you see how Adrian just body slammed me? He's like, oh yeah, When Harry Met Sally, I get it. Like, you ever watch a man's movie? You know, like, I don't know if you ever heard of a man's movie. Let me tell you what
I'm
it is.
embarrassed about it, but it's Bruce Lee. Yeah. Captain America, that is embarrassing.
Or Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
I would rather watch that
It's
than
the same movie,
Captain
actually.
America.
Same movie.
Yeah.
It's really no difference.
Captain America. Rush Hour, that is, oh man.
What's yours?
That I could watch on repeat, it's got to be The Jerk.
Yeah. That's
Either The Jerk or maybe
Steve
Jerk.
Martin.
Yeah.
Classic Steve Martin.
Yes, either.
All I need is this lamp.
In this ball, in this battle game,
in this thermos,
remote.
that's all I need.
That's all I
And this
need.
remote.
Fireballs
Steve Martin.
McGinney, $1.09. Yes, The Jerk I can just watch
That's
like
a
this
great movie.
forever.
It is
Classic.
great.
Yeah.
And a great banjo player too, Steve Martin.
Yes, very
Killer
good.
banjo player.
I actually saw him do his stand-up when he had the arrow through his head and played the banjo with the white suit. Yeah,
That's
in
classic.
when he was doing that tour, wouldn't he get on stage and just take on one draw an entire
the
cigarette?
entire cigarette. Yeah,
The entire
Yeah.
Princess Bride, that's a good one. Coming to America, that's solid. Major League, I couldn't hit that one on repeat, but also a good movie.
Yeah, so no When Harry Met Sally fans, huh?
No, okay, so we're gonna give you redemption.
you'll notice it's
Wait,
it's mostly guys
What
that
was
are
your
watching
movie?
the show.
Mostly people not wearing a
So
wool
it-
jacket. Yeah, I get it.
I don't know. I mean, embarrassing. I don't know. I mean, mine was the
Places,
jerk.
It didn't
but
have to be embarrassing. It was like,
no,
what could you...
mine's the jerk. I could just
Wesley's
sit
coming
for-
in, Trading Places.
And
And then
coming to
Dirty Rotten
America.
Scoundrels is right
Trading
behind
Places was Dan Aykroyd and
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it.
can watch.
That one you can loop.
You know what I watched the other day that I didn't get the joke until I just watched it with Alessia on Space Jams? If you've watched Space Jam, the original, when Bill Murray comes in to save the day, the big monster alien was like, "What's Dan Aykroyd doing here?" I was like, oh my God, that is such a hidden joke.
Bill Murray.
Actually, the original Ghostbusters was that's one that you can watch.
Rick Moranis.
Yep.
And so it's funny because Rick Moranis, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and that other guy.
And the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy.
Right?
He
And
was
like,
good.
And like he's good, but
He was the writer.
Who is that guy?
He was the writer.
Harold
of-
Ramis?
Oh, Harold Ramis.
Harold
He
Ramis.
directed
You got me.
Caddyshack.
You got me.
Yeah.
Caddyshack
Yeah.
could be on that list of Let It Run.
Yeah.
But there's an interesting behind the scenes on that Caddyshack.
Did you watch the National Lampoon movie? The one
No,
about the
about
guy
making it?
Yes. Oh,
I haven't
great
seen
movie.
it. Is it good?
Great. Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's nice, Jake.
I don't know. JP.
Jake's a good guy.
Well, do you know Jake?
Jake.
No, I don't think so.
Welcome is what we're
Jake.
trying to say.
From
Basically saying
5
welcome to the
o'clock to
family.
8 o'clock every night, Jake just has his hands down his pants and just plays with his balls the whole.
Oh, well, he's watching me on video.
Yes,
Great,
so
great.
that's
perfect.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, he is the epitome of sweaty balls.
So you went Dirty Rotten Scoundrels comes in.
The
That's
Jerk,
classic.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels,
Ghostbusters, yeah, you've got some good
Ghostbusters.
Oh, I'll
ones.
throw in, if we're talking about those kind, I say
48
Goodfellas.
Hours is great.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, yeah. Classic.
Goodfellas, great movie.
JP apparently is one of your clients. Maybe not anymore.
Charge him more.
You're disengaged.
That's a great term for that. Disengaged is a great term for when you just fired a customer.
Yeah. I'll show you how we deal with
We're
these
going to
guys.
disengage for a while.
You over there being loud. Disengaged.
Disengage.
You're disengaged.
Well, this I don't know about you guys, but this has been a quality show.
Well, I want to roll through because we're on the movie thing, and I feel like we're rolling. Unless you guys are eyebrow cutting it right now, but I want to go.
I got a lot of cigar
I
left.
want to go actor.
Actor.
What's the actor that you could watch any one of his movies and you're going to be, or actor or actress? It doesn't really matter.
Mine's cheap. Yeah. It's Bill Murray. Love Bill Murray.
Yeah. Bill Murray's a classic. He hit that "don't give a shit" real early
Yeah,
too.
I'm kind of phoning it in with that one because
Yeah.
I think that most people are like, oh yeah, Bill Murray. great
Everyone
actor.
respects Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to hang out with Bill
But
Murray.
I could watch anything he does is great.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. You could, yeah.
I'm going to throw a twist out there because when we were in Omaha, we went to the Funny Bone. I watched a couple of really, really good comedians.
Jim Carrey,
And
good one. Eddie Murphy.
You have so much. I have so
Eddie
much
Murphy.
respect for good comedians.
Yeah.
Because they have to walk up on stage, and people are kind of like almost non-believers. I don't want to laugh until you really give me a real reason to laugh.
So who do you
know?
like? Who's your stand-up that you
Man,
like?
I'll tell you. God,
'Cause
there's.
we go to a lot of stand-up.
I think if you go old school, I think Eddie Murphy doing Delirious is one of the greatest stand-ups.
Good.
But you can go old school with Richard Pryor. He's good, but I like Joe Coy. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
Although this movie he just did is horrible. I can't believe somebody that's funny can do something not funny.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not funny.
Is it supposed to be funny?
I think so. I think
Really?
they thought it was funny, but it's horrible.
Joe Coy's good.
Yeah.
As far as new age,
You like Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's
Bill
my,
Burr.
Bill
Bill
Burr's
Burr's my
great.
legend.
Bill Burr's
That's the
great.
guy, and that's the guy I want to smoke a cigar with.
Yeah.
But
Let's get Bill Burr on the show.
oh hell yeah,
We did.
hell
We
yeah.
got a chance. I at least got to smoke a cigar with Cedric the Entertainer. That was a blast.
He'd be a
And
good
Ced,
one.
I've seen his set. He's great. While a lot of the guys that he does his stuff with are very political, he's not.
I will tell you, if you guys don't know Shane, I think it's Shane McGillis.
We went and saw him. No, wait.
Shane Gillis, I think is his
No,
name.
you're talking about a different guy.
Yeah,
We're
Shane
talking about
Gillis.
The face tattoo guy.
No,
Shane,
different. There's a Shane Gillis or Shane McGillis.
Okay.
He is the future. He is
He's the future.
Oh my God, he is so funny, and he feels like he would just sit here with us, just
Yeah.
a normal ass guy. And his comedy is.
This
You
guy
can watch it by yourself and just be dying laughing, just crying.
I got to tell you, this guy we saw, there was two guys that are touring together. One guy takes this whole, he's white trash and he embraces it. So he talks about his life in the trailer and trailer court and all that other stuff. This other guy, they called him Big Joe, and he just sat in the chair, he had a bottle of water, and he just talked and was leaning on
Crowd work.
on work in the crowd. But this lady that was there, she had diabetes, and her phone was locked. So whenever her numbers got too low, the phone kept going off, and it went off like every 6 or 7 minutes. So he would be in the middle of doing something, and he's like, "Diabetes lady, you need to check your stuff." And he would just, this thing kept going, and she's like, "I don't know how to shut it off. I can't shut it off." And her husband's like, "Shut the goddamn thing off!" I mean, it was really, really. But this guy was hilarious.
I'd call out Sean on Tom Segura. Tom Segura is
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
And now he's doing the Spanish language shows, and he's also doing a Spanish language podcast.
Is it really?
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's
I gotta watch
impressive.
Yeah.
His mom's from Panama or something like that.
I thought he was Mexican, half Mexican.
One of them.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
One of them.
Yeah. South of the border.
They're from El Paso.
El Paso or South.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bert Kreischer's great.
Bert Kreischer. You know, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer do a. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Two
got
Bears,
it.
One Game.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah, that one's
Okay,
good.
Okay.
That one's good. Oh yeah, I think Bert Kreischer is a modern day
Is it
Chris
Shane
Farley.
Dozer? Is that his name? The guy with the facial tattoos?
I'm not sure.
Oh, he's great. We went and saw him at the Improv, or was it Addison Improv?
Yeah.
Great place to see a show. Ali Sadiq.
Ralphie
Great.
May, rest in peace.
Yeah,
Ralphie
Ralphie
May.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I saw-
Who's yours?
Anything having to do, even if he's not in it, Larry David.
Oh,
Yeah.
Larry David.
He's just brilliant.
Yeah.
I saw Tracy Morgan at Funny Bone in Omaha, and he had the entire crowd believing that this girl off the side of the stage was his wife, and the way the whole thing flowed, I mean, I believed it, and he had everybody in the whole place believing that it was his wife. Until the very end, he goes, "By the way, I've never met this girl," and she's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was hilarious. But he is nasty.
He is a certified lunatic.
Yes. Yeah.
Shane Smith. Shane
There
Smith.
you go, Shane Smith.
That's not a name that I would think would be a tattoo face.
Oh, he's great.
No.
Look him
Okay.
up.
I gotta look
Shane
him up.
Smith.
Yeah, I've never. I don't think
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen
full face tattoos, and he's got a great story about. He showed up on, was it Dry Bar? I think was the show in Utah, where it's all kind of clean comedy, and it was totally by accident. Someone was like, "Oh, you should be on this thing." He's like, "Oh yeah, very clean comedy." And he had to make up all this comedy last minute to try to come up with this clean humor. When you see his real show,
That's nothing like him.
very
Totally different.
Very different vibe.
Shane Smith for sure.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
You know, we were fortunate. We have a good friend that runs the Funny Bone in Omaha. So whenever there was somebody good on, she would let us know. You guys got to come up. One time we went up. I can't remember if it was you and me or if it was Nathan. But we were up there, and she was just like, "There's this guy. His name's Joe Coy. He just got a show on HBO. You guys got to come in and watch this guy." So we were just going up to say hi. And so we went in and watched him. Oh my God, his stand-up was
His
hilarious.
stand-up was great. His crowd work
Yes.
is very good too. TJ Miller is another one.
Yeah.
TJ Miller is
TJ Miller's
No
good,
one wants
yeah.
to say Louis C.K.
Absolute legend.
Classic.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
That's good.
We saw him in this comedy club in New York when he was relatively junior, and it was like he's like 10 feet from us. You're like looking up at the guy, and he was just crushing it, just killing the club.
He is a killer.
Yeah, I thought he was phenomenal.
Yeah, Louis C.K. I will put my stamp on that one
I
for
bet
sure.
you. I don't know if Netflix would do this, but if he had a special, he'd come back.
No, he just actually released a movie.
Okay.
So he does all of his releases on his website.
Yeah.
So you can go to his website and have access to his specials. I think he's about to
Yeah.
film a special, or he just filmed a special. So he's gonna have a special that launches on his website. All
Oh,
of it. Yeah.
Josh whips up a classic.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's
That
comedy. That's comedy and
That,
acting.
that guy
Yeah.
he would just go. And, I mean, I always remember him on Carson. And Carson was always scared to death because he never knew what was coming out of his mouth. Had no clue.
Do you remember the movie he did? He was at the height of his comedy career, and he did that movie where he worked at the photo booth. It was like a total thriller. He was a
Where
murderer.
he would, he would track down. He was going through and he was developing their film.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the movie,
Yeah.
but totally not a comedy. at
Definitely
all.
not a comedy.
I could see, I could see James spending a lot of time looping Mrs. Doubtfire.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. And he probably puts like the meringue on his face just to watch the movie.
I mean, I will now. You inspired me.
Yeah. 1 hour photo. That's what
One
he's
hour
Texting
photo.
his wife right now. Do we have any meringue at the house?
Where's the meringue? Yeah. Stop at the store.
Well, yes, we do.
Well, James, this was incredible.
It's
was
unfortunate about the loss of your law firm, but it sounds like you can bounce back from just about anything.
We're hiring. Always.
I can see I'm going to do very well here.
You're
Yes.
gonna do okay. Yeah. We're gonna
Just
character
okay.
aside, I think you're gonna make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Decision making.
Yes.
No, but thank you so much for being here. Truly,
thanks for
truly,
having
that
me.
was a blast.
It did nothing for your business. We thought maybe we'd plug the business.
Oh
and,
yeah, plug the business.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plug it.
You know, he's like, no.
If you're
That's
doing
Creed- that's
trademarks.
Creedon, yep. Trademarks, brand protection.
Oh, you mean you're serious?
Yeah, go ahead and, if they're in it now.
After like an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
these
we're
are not
like,
business
now
owners that
plug
are
your
still with
business.
us.
No.
Yes, yes. If
He still has a
if
firm.
you think
No
I'm a
clients are
hairless
watching.
chihuahua and you also want to be a client, you should talk to Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yes,
there's a lot of people in the crowd right now that could use you as a criminal attorney
Oh yeah.
That's right.
or for tax evasion.
That's
But
right.
Yep. That's not the
Yeah.
guy.
He's not your guy.
Thank you guys for joining us. We
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
it. Love you. We will see you Saturday, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.
Do it.
Yeah. There
Be
it is.
good. See ya.
Peace.